Hello and welcome back to number 8 in our episode list. We are going to Britain today. It's going to be my home Grand Prix and do not expect much.
Okay,
I'm not very good at Britain and it's probably is one of the best that the AI is at the game. Obviously you have to be at like full pace, like 90% of the track, and in my team you can't do that. So we're probably not going to do very well. Hopefully a few safety cars will come out and we'll get a good finish. But I'm not guaranteeing points today. I'll be happy if I finish in the top 14. I think we'll be racing Mazepin and Schumacher quite a bit today. As you can see, I'm just putting on some old components for practice. And I'm going to spoil it. I forgot to change them back for the qualifying. So let's jump into qualifying and we'll see how badly we do. It's not going to be a great finish. Like I said, the AI go full pace around here and we can't do that, especially through like cops and maggots and Beckett's. But I'll run you through my best qualifying lap and we'll see how we do. Okay, let's go into our our best qualifying lap. Got full power through Abbey, up towards Farm. Get on the power, get as wide to the left as possible, cut in on the right hand side. We'll do the opposite, going through Village onto the Wellington Straight. And we'll get on the power, DRS open. Like I say, especially this corner coming up, the AI is especially good at, and we just can't do it. You have to get onto the power about now, but then you have to brake a little bit again. It's really difficult not to go onto the gravel on the left hand side. As we head on down towards Cops. Get a little bit of curb on the left, try and go right, full power. You can't do it. It's so hard to go full acceleration through there. Right, now through Maggots and Beckett's, you've got to stay full there. We don't do that bad. We lose a little bit of grip coming through Chapel, but we've done our best. DRS down, or open, sorry. We've got Schumacher about to overtake us on the qualifying lap. Considering he's our rival, that's not great. As we go round Stowe, how are we going to finish this qualifying? We're at the moment, we're literally on par with our best time, which is probably about right. And we go through the second to last and the last corner, and we gain 0.006 milliseconds on our best time, and we come last. Hamilton gets provisional pole in qualifying 1. Obviously we don't see who gets pole until the next screen. We are 6 tenths behind Nicholas Latifi.
We return once again then to the home of British motorsport and the birthplace of the Formula One World Championship. It's race day here at Silverstone and it's time for the British Grand Prix. The 3.6 mile long Silverstone circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current layout. With average lap speeds reaching around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and Copse flat out. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty: positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Norris, Max Verstappen and Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, Vettel and Yuki Tsunoda, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Esteban Ocon and Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Mazepin, Christian Lundgaard and George Russell. Gasly, they've taken a grid penalty. Latifi, the owner driver and Mick Schumacher. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Right, strategy-wise, it's going to be a one-stop. We're going to go mediums to softs. Unless, obviously, like a safety car comes out and changes that. And let's go. 5 red lights and away we go. It's a bad start. Latifi will probably get a better start than us. Obviously, we're on the medium set of tyre. We've got Schumacher up behind us, who must have got a grid penalty. Gasly down in 19th, quite low. So we're going to send it up the inside. Can we get past Raikkonen? We do get past one of the Alfa Romeos. Can we get Giovinazzi around the outside of Village? We make a little bit of contact with Lance Stroll, but I think we've secured 14th place off the get-go. Now the difficult thing here is to keep up with the AI cars, as you will see by this lap. So you go through Luffield here. Ocon's just ahead of us. We're going to try and get Stroll, but we just miss out on the traction. I think if we was on soft tyres, we might have got him there. Obviously, mediums take a little bit longer to warm up. We are the only ones on mediums in and around us. As again, we go wide at Cops. It's a difficult corner this year, very difficult to get full acceleration through there. As we head through Maggots and Beckett's, and look how much time we're losing to Lance Stroll. That was 3 tenths just through those 3 corners. He's now going to be 7 tenths ahead of us. But again, as you go up Stowe, you lose a lot of time to the AI. 7 tenths still. He was obviously held up by Ocon on this first lap. Bottas gets the fastest lap and gets obviously across the finish line first. And we get across it in 14th. Let's have a look at a little replay of the start. A lot of the cars at the back just like go to the left a little bit. As you can see, the Ferrari's being a little bit audacious at the front there. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Lewis Hamilton drops to 4th. Lando's in 5th. Danny Rick's in 2nd. Max and Lewis are fighting for 2nd and 4th. Looks like I'm the only person that's moving positions now. Mazepin may have just got overtaken George Russell. Like I said, 14th. 14th's not a bad start, but we just didn't really go anywhere else from there. On lap 2 here, and Stroll's already 1.5 seconds ahead of me. We've got Raikkonen trying to squeeze up the inside. He tries it, we'll go round the outside, we'll leave him enough room as possible. We will have the inside. We'll try and get down on the power. And we managed to... I actually don't know. Where did Raikkonen go in all of that? He's disappeared. We're on lap 2 and Raikkonen's disappeared. Giovinazzi's now trying to overtake us. I think Raikkonen's actually behind us. I'm guessing that Mazepin and Lundgaard got past him. We're now fighting Giovinazzi, who... I don't know if it's a spoiler, but will probably be our second driver in Season 2. As you can see there, Kimi Raikkonen actually dropped to 18th. He didn't pit, so I don't know if he had damage or not, but I can't remember what happened on the second lap for Kimi to go from 16th to 18th. We've got Mazepin trying to get up the inside of us now. We'll try and go around the outside. This is on lap 4. We managed to hold on to the position quite well. But again, Stroll is now... We're 4 laps into the race, and Stroll is 9 seconds up the road. That's how overpowered the AI is on this game. Again, we go wide at Klops. As you can see here, one of the Alphas has had a problem. This might be Raikkonen actually, and this might be why he's out of the race. He's having mechanical problems. I'm not sure if it's Raikkonen or Giovinazzi. If it is Raikkonen, it will explain why he was so slow from the second lap. And again, on the following lap, as you can see, George Russell starts to run slow. Oh my god, no, it's not. That's Lundgaard. Lundgaard is out of the race. Unfortunately, that will be no points. Not that he was going to get points for the South Blues racing driver. And I do think Russell was out of the race later on. I think I might have just spoiled it, but maybe he doesn't. Not sure. Safety car is deployed. That was Raikkonen, by the way, that DNF. Giovinazzi still behind us. What I should have done in hindsight is gone into the pits here for hards and gone to the end. I probably would have got a better finish than what I actually do get. But I think I tried to stay out and go to softs at the end. But because the pack's all bunched up because of the safety car, it's just not worth it. It was a mistake. Okay, lap 7, and we're still under safety car. Well, the safety car's about to end, going on to lap 8. And Stroll gets a great restart. He pulls 1.3, 1.2 seconds ahead of us, literally straight away. So hard to race round here against the AI. So this video is short for a reason. It's because there's just no racing. It's literally just me defending against Mazepin, Russell and Giovinazzi for 26 laps. We're now on lap 11. We've gone up to P6 because most people that started on the softs have started to pit. Hamilton is in first. He's on medium tyres. As Mazepin actually does manage to get past us as we run wide into Cox, but we'll get him back going up into Stowe. As you can see, Alonso and Stroll have started to pit. I think that's an AlphaTauri that's pitted also. We'll see. Giovinazzi is on hard tyres. He pitted on the safety car. As you can see, we do leapfrog Tsunoda as well, so we got to third. I'm not sure if it happens on this lap, but I let Giovinazzi go. I think it is here. A break going into Cops. He's on fresh hards. I think Gasly is as well. I think they might be able to take big points away from the leading teams, so I thought it would just be interesting to see how the Alpha could do on that strategy. Obviously, they pitted early under the safety car. It is us going into the pits on lap 15, so we've got 11 laps on the soft compound tyre. But as you can see, we're fourth, but look at the big pack that's about to go past us. I think you've got Ricciardo, Leclerc, Verstappen, Alonso. Who else am I going to miss anyone? Vettel, Tsunoda, Stroll, Ocon, Norris, Perez and Sainz are all going to get past me. And is Bottas going to get past me as well as Mazepin? Potentially, because this obviously it's a very long pit lane. Bottas does get past me. Mazepin does get past. Russell gets past. Schumacher gets past. And Latifi doesn't. But we have got fresher tyres. We might be able to catch up the lesser good teams. I don't think we'll get Bottas back. But we'll try and chase down Schumacher, Russell and Mazepin. Something I haven't seen before, Gasly's got a puncher on his hard compound tyres. Obviously we let him through earlier in the race to see what he could do, but he actually goes into the pits with a puncher. I don't know if that's from tyre wear or if he clipped a wall or something. I missed it, unfortunately. We're on lap 17 now and we've caught up with Schumacher. And we're going to go up the inside going into Cops. This is Hamilton versus Verstappen territory. And we still run wide. We managed to hold on to the position. We're going to chase down Russell now going up the straight into Stowe. He's going to get DRS on Mazepin and Schumacher's going to get it on us. We don't quite make the overtake. Not yet, anyway. We've got to defend Schumacher first. I'm going to look towards the inside and we late brake over. We do get the move done on George Russell. It's a great manoeuvre on lap 17. That's 2 overtakes in 1 lap. Almost 2 overtakes in the whole race, apart from like lap 1. We set our fastest lap of the race, which was a 1:28.344, and now it's lap 18. The following lap, we're going to try and make the same move on Mazepin. We're going to go up the inside. We're not. We're going to go around the outside of Copse now. We get our wheel in front. We're going to try and stay on the track. That's probably the best we've done it all day. Me and Mazepin are wheel to wheel going through Maggots. And Mazepin pulls out towards Beckett's. And then through Chapel. That was good racing between us and the Haas driver. Another replay of us versus Mazepin. Lap 20 now. He tries to go around the outside going into Stowe. He gets past us, but we do defend it, and then he gets past us again and we defend it. Going through the last sector, can we hold on to it? I think we do hold on to the position over Nikita Mazepin. Again, we're fighting Mazepin. He tries to go up the inside because he gets a better run out of Copse every single time. And then we have to deploy ERS going up towards Stowe on the DRS straight because he gets DRS. You can see up the top, Bottas is now 14 seconds up the road. So even on a soft compound tyre and him on hards, he just pulled away. He was just too quick. He's got a much better car, and obviously how hard it is to race the AI around here. Again on the following lap, Mazepin tries to go up the inside of Maggots and Beckett's, but we defend, well, I say well, we defend as well as we possibly can. We're going to try and hold on to 15th in this race. We've been lapped? Not sure if this is the final lap or not. I don't think Hamilton's lapped us. As Bottas sets the fastest lap, and he's now 23 seconds up the road. On the penultimate lap, we've got one more lap to go. Will Mazepin get past us? We will defend as much as we can as we goes up the inside at turn 1. We're wheel to wheel as we go round into, I think this is Village. Oh no, Village is just around here on the left, isn't it? We try and go round. We take a very defensive line, a little dive bomb as we go up the Wellington Straight, and Hamilton wins the race. As we're only in the first sector. So obviously he didn't lap us, but he's very far ahead. He's almost a minute and a half ahead of us. We go through Copse nicely. That's a great run through Copse. Mazepin's going to get a run on us, but we managed to defend it again as we go through Maggots and Beckett's. It's all about getting good acceleration with 2 attempts up on Mazepin. Obviously our soft tyres are starting to wear. Mazepin's going to put the DRS and ERS down. Can he get the overtake? We're going to stick to a defensive line as we go up the inside. Mazepin's going to try and overtake us. We could dive into the pits there and finish the race in the pits. We would definitely finish ahead of them. But we are going to manage to stay ahead of Mazepin, ahead of Schumacher, ahead of Russell for a P15 finish.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
The Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Definitely Antonio Giovinazzi, isn't it? No matter what the rest of the field threw at him, he didn't put a foot wrong.